Hi my dear, hi my dear listeners, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. I decided to do on two more live video episodes because it's Sunday. I have a lot of time, and I decided to finish my detective series. But don't worry, I don't want to finish anything else. I wanted to finish only this detective series, but I want to continue with my podcast. I want to continue with creating my video series about my fairy tales, Peter's fairy tales, and I want to continue with everything. I like learning English and doing my podcast. And in this episode, I want to read you the sixth fairy tale, Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 6, and we can start. But okay, I want to tell you that this series is only for adults. That means children go play away, go play outside. But because my fairy tale and my Peter's English podcast is only for adults, and we can start. Hold my fingers, and because I want to read you good, and we can start. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 6. Jonathan Blackwood was a successful author of novels for adults. He was a very rich married man, but his marriage wasn't successful. He often argued with his wife, Victoria Blackwood, about everything, and the love between them had disappeared. They slept separately in different rooms and no longer wanted to talk to each other. He had his own female assistant named Emily Carter. Emily Carter was a very beautiful and attractive young lady who had worked as his right hand for 2 years. She was funny, sweet, and intelligent, a very good worker. One day, Mr. Blackwood received a letter without an address. Dear Mr. Blackwood, you have wandered too close to the truth, and there are forces watching your every move. If you value your life and everything you hold dear, stop your investigation and disappear quietly. There will be no second warning. Remember, all stories have happy endings. Anonymous. Mr. Blackwood was very scared. The next day, Mrs. Blackwood discovered that her husband Jonathan had disappeared. She called the professionals, us. I discovered that I needed to protect myself, so I finished a self-defense course. Excellent! This was a good idea. Thanks to it, I learned Asian martial arts. Perfect! My girlfriend Lucia was very happy because she had completed the self-defense course before me, and also knew Asian martial arts. That was a very good idea. I don't need to rescue you. You can protect yourself and I can sleep in peace now, Lucia always joked. It was a good idea because my phone rang. We had a new job. Mrs. Blackwood called to say that her husband Jonathan had disappeared. She was crying and very scared. Lucia was in the shower when the phone rang. Lucka, we have a new job. Mr. Blackwood has disappeared and we need to find out why and what happened, I said. That's very sad. Wait for me, she replied. After some time, Lucka finished her shower and we went to visit Mrs. Blackwood. Mrs. Victoria Blackwood was a beautiful and attractive young woman. She was crying while we talked about her husband. We discovered that the marriage between her and her husband was destroyed. They didn't want to talk to each other, but they also didn't want to change their status. Her husband Jonathan knew a few people who could have had a motive to kidnap him. The first person was his rival, a very successful author of novels for adults named Alexander Sterling, who hated him a lot because Jonathan was more successful than he was. The second person was his publisher, Martin Ashford, who was frustrated because he wanted to earn more money from his client Jonathan Blackwood. The third person was his female assistant Emily Carter, who was not only beautiful and attractive but also smart and intelligent. She hated him because she loved him, but Jonathan didn't want to be her boyfriend. The story was intriguing and we had a lot of work to do. Everyone could have kidnapped Mr. Blackwood. Everyone was suspicious. The most controversial and suspicious person was Emily Carter, his assistant, because every piece of evidence pointed against her. It was interesting how quickly she became the most suspicious person, but we wanted to discover the truth and gather more evidence. We watched Emily's every step. One day, Emily Carter went to visit Mrs. Blackwood. Wait a minute, people. She wanted to support her and be polite, but she saw Mrs. Victoria in bed with her lover, Derek Blackwood, Jonathan's brother. She started to record a video with her phone in which the couple was talking about the plan to kill Jonathan, but they saw her. They called her, but Emily sent the video to Hruskova's phone. The couple wanted to kill her and demanded to know the hidden location of Jonathan, but Emily managed to escape. We wanted to catch them, but they were smart and evaded us. The couple sent us a message to Jonathan's rival Alexander Sterling, who was tied up and hidden somewhere. We went to rescue him. Emily Carter was running to rescue her lover, Jonathan Blackwood, who was hiding in an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. She came up with a plan to rescue him, but the couple discovered Jonathan's hidden place and wanted to kill both of them. Emily was determined to save her lover and attack the couple. At first she stunned Jonathan's brother, but Jonathan's wife Victoria had a big knife and knew how to use it. Emily tried to stop Victoria, but Victoria was better with the knife. She caught Emily and Jonathan was forced to send her all his money from his bank account because Victoria threatened to kill Emily if Jonathan didn't comply. Once Jonathan sent money from his bank account to hers, she wanted to kill them both, but detective duo Peter Lucia Hrušková arrived just in time. Lucia used her magic powers to rescue the victims, and Peter caught the people. Jonathan got his money back, but fell in love with Emily and she became his girlfriend. The detective duo also rescued Jonathan's rival Alexander Sterling, who had been buried in a coffin underground, but Lucia used her magic powers to save him. They all lived happily together in peace and love, and they had a sweet little daughter. We are her godparents. The end. Thank you, people, for watching and listening this live episode. I want to do one new live video stream episode here because it's Sunday, and to this episode I want to tell you that it was very interesting, and thanks to creating your own fairy tales in English, you can do something creative, you can do something interesting that is interesting for you, and thanks to your own English podcast, you can practice your speaking skills in English, your appearance, and thanks to it you can do something that is interesting for you. You can do English podcast about your hobbies. I think doing English podcast is a very good idea because you can you can connect with others, and you can create your own community of people who like you. I want to create my own Peter's English podcast community where people can practice their speaking skills together and be friends. And I want to create video episodes about it because I like to do my podcast. Thanks you for watching, thanks you for listening, and bye bye in the next episode. Bye bye.